Hey, Catonsville, good afternoon. What a pretty day. All right, so I am, look, there's a for sale sign right here. So I'm over here at, let me turn this around. I'm over here at 110 Fairfield Drive. That's going backwards now, isn't it? Every time we launch a listing, we always take a live video so you can come and take a walking tour through. You may or may not be thinking of moving, but at least you can see what the inventory is, or at least our EPIK inventory. So today I'm going to give you a tour, and it won't be a long tour because this is definitely one of the smallest houses I've sold. And so we have a tour over here at 110 Fairfield Drive. So before I get into the house, like I said, the house is not a huge, great house, but a lot of people are looking to downsize, and this is perfect. The one thing about this house is the location. I'm a little biased about this location because I live on the street too. So the location is amazing. We literally can walk to, and I think actually I miscounted a couple, but I believe 21 different eateries around the Catonsville area. I almost said airport, which isn't far away either. But anyway, thank you for joining me. What I do on these tours, I'm going to incentivize you to stay through the entire tour. So I have a $25 gift certificate to a local restaurant for the person that answers the question at the end. So you've got to listen really carefully. And at the end, I'll ask the question. If you get it right, you get the $25 gift certificate. So without any further ado, let me come down here real quick and I'll show you around. So our street is tree lined, even though we just lost two trees on the street recently. There is not a lot of traffic on this street. A lot of people have lived here for many, many, many years. In fact, my sweet seller on this property has actually been here for almost 30 years. And she's only the second owner on this house. And as you can see, it's going to be one level, except for these two really small steps right here. So if you're looking for one level living, come and take a look at 110 Fairfield Drive. So come on in. This really won't take a long time. Okay. As we come in here, all right, a little hiccup right there. That's Birdie over there in his cage. Now, this is a fun fact. I don't think he's going to launch at me. He's just hanging out right here. So if you do come and visit, just, he's the bird of the house. So he is 29 years old, which I found out today by asking Alexa that in bird years, that's 129 years old. So we are not going to mess with him. Anyway, we stepped right into the living room. And as you can see, there is windows on, I won't go down too fast, on both sides. So it's kind of flooded with sunlight over here. It's really nice. We've got a nice size. There's some built-in cabinets over here. The fireplace, the seller completely redid the fireplace, and that's a gas fireplace. But if you're absolutely adamant, you want to rip it out and put in a wood-burning fireplace, then you could certainly do that too. I don't advise it though. It's nice to have a gas fireplace. Anyway, so we do have wood floors, and there's some ceiling fans throughout the house too. There is actually a door over there, which I'll kind of talk about in a minute, but that one does actually go outside. Okay, so coming through here, we have the dining room, and then beyond the dining room, there is the kitchen. So the kitchen is incredibly functional. You've got some cabinets. Over here, there is actually a hookup for a washer and dryer. So if you decided you absolutely only want one level living, it could be a small one, but you could put a washer and dryer on there. Anyway, so there's a little bit of space over here too. And it's gas. The heating system is gas as well. And a nice simple kitchen with a kitchen window where you can look out. Let's go outside. Kind of give you some of my ideas here too. So the backyard, when you get an older house, the backyards are usually wonderful. This one, oh, crud, I did that again. This one is not going to disappoint. You have a nice private deck area right here. with just some of the plants. So you can see right here, like it's within the roof line. If you absolutely wanted to bump the kitchen out, you could. People get in houses these days and then make them their own. The yard size, it's 0.28 of an acre. And it's a beautiful flat lot, incredibly quiet and peaceful. Here's a secret fact too. So on Fairfield, we have a lot of Catonsville musicians over here. And one of my favorite bands is the Dive Bombs. They actually, I don't think it's that garage, but it might be. But they practice in either that house or that house, usually on a Thursday night. So TJ, who lives on Fairfield, he walks over there and we can sit out here on a nice evening and listen to the Dive Bombs for free. So that's a selling point right there. Anyway, so a beautifully manicured yard, nice and flat. A lot of our houses don't have fences, but at the back, they do have fences there. In Ellie World, if you wanted to add an addition on, I think you could easily do it there and not take away from the house. So, all right, the roof, it's a 40-year roof and it's only a few years old. You've got a ceiling fan out here. If you wanted to even just keep the kitchen the way it was and put a screen across, you certainly could. Over this door right here, and people have asked me this is the door to the garage. It's a one-car garage. There's a lot of stuff in there, so I'm actually not going to go in. If you want to come and have a private tour, I'm more than happy to. But if you wanted to make this into living space, kind of sacrifice having a garage, you could easily do that as well, especially seeing as the door's right there. Okay. Like I said, the tour's going to be pretty quick, but let's keep going. I remember how to make that slow down. Okay. Door makes a noise. All right, so back into the kitchen right here. If you're just jumping on, we are touring 110 Fairfield Drive, and it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It has an unfinished basement. There is, it's about a 600 square foot space. I've already tried my internet and it doesn't work downstairs, so I'll show you where the door is because that's been another question. Meanwhile, over here we have the 2 bedrooms. Check out the 6-panel doors. These are awesome. I love these. So here is the primary. 2 windows in here. Now the house does have a relatively new boiler downstairs for the radiators. And you can see them, they're integrated into the walls. And but there is, you can see up here, there is central AC. The current seller did install central AC system, and that is up in the attic, which is quite usual. There are 2 closets in here. If you do know anything about old houses, we don't have a lot of closet space. Like I said, I live on the street too, and I'm very familiar with the fact that closet space is small. But this one has 2 closets right here. So to the next bedroom over here, this is also has 2 windows. It may be the same size, maybe just a smidge smaller. This one has 1 closet right here, and it does have a ceiling fan as well. There's another vent. And you can see, overlook the backyard from here. And a classic tile with the subway tiles, the small subway tiles in the bathroom. And it's nice and bright. Well, obviously the sun sets in the back, so you decorate that. A cast iron tub. Now, in Ellie World, if you did want to do an addition, I think if you sacrificed the bathroom and made this into the hallway to the addition, that would be somewhat simple. Okay, I'm going to step back right here. This door right here is to the basement. It is unfinished space. It does have the washer and dryer in it right now. And there's a little workbench. And up here, if you wanted to store things up in the attic, there's a pull down for that as well. So that was it. That was a quick one. Let me go back outside. So like I said, there is a 1-car garage. A 1-car garage in the house too that I think you could easily convert to living space if you chose to not use the garage. We have a resident over here. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, currently listed at $395, but it's all about the location. We can walk anywhere. You can walk or bike or hike to the state park. The library, coming soon, the library is 2 blocks away, and Hillcrest Elementary School, which is, this house is in Hillcrest School District, is walking distance. We see the kids in the mornings walk up the street. The airport, of course, is... Gosh, I took the seller to the airport this morning, and it's about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on traffic. Easy. Baltimore, DC, etc. Lots of fun things. This street, and this is one of the very few houses I can absolutely tell you what happens. We have a street party over here. It's an incredibly friendly, social street. During snowstorms, somebody will help you out. Sometimes, you know, if my snowblower is working, I'll come and do the pathways. We do have sidewalks on both sides. Lots of dog walkers, lots and lots and lots of runners and dog walkers. It's pretty busy over here in the mornings and in the evenings when people get home from work. Even though it is a street that's off of Rolling Road, we don't get a lot of traffic over here, which is kind of cool. And we're really close to the 4th of July. Like, you can jump up to Frederick Road, and if you need to come back to use the bathroom, you're covered. So it's close enough. So anyway, it is just over 1,000 square foot on this main level up here, with this really nice living room right here. And the 2 bedrooms to the left, and then the dining room and the kitchen to the right. So, who wants to win a $25 gift card? Okay, you may have to go back through this because I kind of did it quite early on, but this little guy over here, here he is. He is quite noisy right now. I guess he's a little bit, but yes, his door is open. 29 years old, and which is 129 bird years, I guess. So he's not going to fly up at you. Anyway, do you remember what his name was? So the person that puts in the comments what his name was will be the one that will win the $25 gift card. So you may have to go back and watch it. But meanwhile, out here, the later afternoon, it's quite lovely. Very nice and private, very nice flat area with a deck, and looking for a new owner. So, do you want to be my neighbor? That might be a deterrent. I shouldn't say that. But anyway, but no, it's a very, very friendly street. What's the name of the bird? Come and visit the house, and we would love to talk to you. If you have any questions, put a comment in there and I'll respond to that. And whoever wins the $25 gift card will get that in the mail real soon. We have a great mailman, by the way. Mr. G is fantastic. Rain or shine, he's really friendly. So just another little perk right there. And anyway, have a great day, everybody.